What's going on, guys? My name's LeakyTapsMan and this is another This Week in Gaming number 29, where I keep you guys informed with all the goings on in the world of video games. News, rumours, speculation, it is all here, it is all queer, and Dead Space 3 is coming this year. See what I did there? Sources at IGN have basically said that Dead Space 3 is going to be coming this year. It's going to take place on a desolate snow planet, and it will feature, God forbid, drop in and drop out co-op using a second character based on Isaac's imagination, because he's a bit of a mental nutcase. I'm usually a huge advocate of co-op, but Dead Space is survival horror and it is one of the few remaining survival horror games. Sticking co-op in it does not take the series in the right direction, in my opinion. It becomes far too similar to a lot of games like Resident Evil, where they've kind of blurred the lines between horror and shooter. But anyway, if Dead Space 3 is reality and it is coming this year, then expect an official announcement at E3 very, very soon. So keep your eyes and ears open for that one. Okay, also this week, an entirely new Family Guy game has been announced. It is called Family Guy Back to the Multiverse. That's an episode in Season 8, I believe, where they just go to a bunch of different universes, hence the name. It is said to include destinations inspired by Disney, the Flintstones, and one where Christianity never existed. And it is due out on unspecified consoles. You can expect the 360, PS3, and probably the Wii on this one. Or if it's out at the end of the year, the Wii U, hopefully. Don't know what to make of this news. I used to really love Family Guy. I think it's gone a bit turd in the past few seasons, but it's always good for a few laughs here and there. Hopefully the games can live up to the show, but given the previous game and the track record of movie and TV show tie-ins, I'm not gonna keep my hopes up for this one. Another official announcement this week is that Company of Heroes 2 is coming in early 2013. If you have no idea what this game is, kind of like me, then it's a real-time strategy game on the PC. It's got quite a big following, and the sequel is going to focus on fighting the Eastern Front during World War II, where you will play as the Russian forces. Sounds very fancy. It's coming out on the PC only, and apparently is going to rock the house. No, I've no idea about that. It might. Okay, another big news story this week is that Beyond Good and Evil 2 is still in development, but it will be released for the next generation of consoles. And this was confirmed by the creator, Michel Ancel. He says it will feature some form of parkour gameplay, and apparently that parkour gameplay will have more in common with the likes of Prince of Persia and Assassin's Creed, as opposed to Mirror's Edge. Now, I never played the original Beyond Good and Evil. I keep meaning to buy the HD update, but I've just not got around to it. But I hear it's very good, and the fact that the sequel is still in development is good news in my opinion, so you get a thumbs up from me, Ubisoft. Ooh, and another great one this week. This is probably my favourite news of the week, but I didn't want to start on it because I always like to start on the biggest news rather than the best, but this is my fave. Images have been circulating of Lord of the Rings Lego games, and they are said to be releasing on October the 26th. These are leaked by Shop2.net, which is a retailer in the UK, and they are fantastic, by the way, but they've since been taken down, most likely at the request of the developers. But Lego games are a guilty pleasure of mine, and although I'm not a massive Lord of the Rings fan, I do like the universe and the whole setting of it, so I'd be definitely getting the games if they brought them out. I know you're all closet Lego fans, so I just had to put the news in there. And a more technological announcement than gaming, Microsoft is said to be preparing a wireless heart monitor for Kinect in the next dashboard update, with a view to launching it with a new service which is going to be called Kinect Play Fit, and it will use this heart rate data and allow you to compare and analyse results using the cloud, aka cloud storage. And also, supposedly, an Xbox 360 version of Internet Explorer 9 is coming, and it's going to be using Kinect as well. You gotta take the rough with the smooth on this one. Smooth, you are getting a browser on the Xbox finally. They're catching up with the PlayStation 3 and the Wii. I mean, the Wii's had one since day one, so that's pretty unforgivable for Microsoft. Obviously, the rough is that you've got to use Internet Explorer, which I will not get into superlatives, but it is not very good. But I will say better late than never, and better something than nothing. As for the Play Fit stuff, it's quite cool, but a lot of these fitness things just end up being gimmicks that are essentially throwaways after a few months, so I've no reason to believe this will be any different. And I'm going to finish on 3 more minor things. Hitman Absolution is going to be getting a downloadable game as their pre-order incentive on Xbox Live Arcade and PSN. It's called Hitman Sniper Challenge. It'll feature achievements and weapons that carry over into the main game, And although the release date for the main game is November 20th, the game that you get to download as a pre-order is out on May 15th or August 1st on Steam. I forgot to mention Steam before, it is also on the PC. This is actually quite a good pre-order incentive. I'm normally against them, but it obviously doesn't affect the main game. It sounds like quite sizable content. If you're not a huge fan of the series, it might be that extra incentive to actually pre-order the game instead of waiting for it to get to the bargain bin. And a couple of quickie release date information. Bioshock Infinite has been delayed from October till February the 26th, 2013, and apparently this is because there were uncovered opportunities to make it even more extraordinary. Very fancy. Of course, they failed to mention the fact that October is going to be slap bang in the middle of pretty much every other big game coming out this year. I know COD and Halo are in November, but they are getting awful close with October, so I'm not buying it, but I am still quite confident that Bioshock Infinite is going to be amazing, because it looks absolutely incredible. And also Dishonored, which is a kind of first-person Assassin's Creed steampunk clusterfudge. I don't know how to explain it, it's kind of a weird game. Check out the trailer. It's got an official release date, and that release date is October the 9th in the USA and the 12th in Europe. So maybe that's why Bioshock Infinite got delayed. It got Dishonored by Dishonored. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Anyway, that is everything of significance that has gone on in the world of video games this week. And I'll give you guys a quick channel update just because I'm a cool guy like that. I realise this is a day late, I apologise. I was at a football game on Sunday, so that took up my whole day and I had no free time. I also realised I did no wishlist this week. I actually did do a wishlist video, but then it buggered up while I tried to upload it, and then it messed up again when I tried to upload it the next day, and then I thought, you know what, the gods are conspiring against me, so I'm just going to wait till next week. So you will see Just Cause 3, which is the wishlist that I'm doing on Friday. And in terms of channel content itself, I am winding down with university now. I've got the main bulk of the work done, and barring a couple of exams, I'm more or less finished, so you'll be seeing a lot more videos from me. And I'll be doing a lot more videos where I try to include my subscribers and my friends, which I consider each and every one of you. How I will keep you involved, I have no idea as of yet. Suggestions from you guys are very much welcome, and that in itself is including you guys. So I've just done it, yes. This is going to be the summit of people power, so set your phases to fun. So thanks as always for watching. If you like the video, then please hit that like button, it means a lot. Please subscribe if you haven't already, I appreciate every single sub. And you can follow me on Twitter if you really want, because I do give out a lot of information about my videos and stuff like that on Twitter that I don't really on any other platform. So if you want to stay in the loop, then Twitter is the way to go. So thanks for watching, salutations, that means goodbye.